Hello everyone, hope you're doing well. I thought we would go over bits and pieces of the news which came out today. Obviously I was doing the Twitch stream with the Twitch drop stuff, so a little bit late on it, but it still should be all good. The first piece of news is about the US Air Force birthday, and this is a little event that they're doing when it comes to the game, and what you can get is a decal, the Lieutenant America decal. So from the 16th of September to the 19th, all you have to do is play 3 battles using American aircraft rank 3 or higher, and you can get this decal. They're also bringing back 2 GE vehicles, the George Bostwick's P-47M1RE and also Raymond Wetmore's P-51D10, so we'll have a look at those for you. What's kind of interesting about this US Air Force birthday is the actual wallpaper they've picked for it. All 3 of the planes that are in it weren't in the US Air Force because obviously the US Air Force became a separate branch in 1947 on the 18th of September, and when you have a look at it, you have the Buffalo, the Pea Shooter, and of course the Cougar being past that date but also being a naval plane. So it's just kind of funny how that ended up. When it comes to the P-47M1RE, this is one of the best P-47s in the game. Bostwick's is, of course, riddled with a ton of ordnance and also primary armament. Being a P-47, this thing has 850 cals with a ton of ammunition, meaning that you can outlast the vast majority of planes when it comes to dealing with them in a realistic and also pretty much any other game mode. What is really nice about it as well is it has really good engine power and also can carry the 2-1000, 1-500 loadouts, which basically means that you can get 2 kills pretty easily with the bombs and then play a superiority role or go after targets which don't have any armor on the top of them. The 12.7s, especially the ground belts, pen up to 30 now, so you could pretty much go through the top of a lot of things, which is quite nice. And with this beefy engine, the R2800 57C, you can really push itself around the place quite well. This fits itself really well in 5.7 lineups. You know, America has a pretty good 5.7 lineup, especially in ground. You have the M4A3, you got the Hellcats, you got the tank destroyers over here. For blue water, you also have a decent amount of 5.0s as well, or sorry, 5.7s you can run, and even at 6.0 with the Helena and the Brooklyn, you can throw it in there for a little bit of support. So it's just one of those vehicles which in general is going to have a pretty decent time in pretty much any game mode you play. So unlike the Spitfires, which are much more designed for more air superiority, P-47s are more designed for energy fighting and also have this extra ordnance so they can be useful in any place where you put them. So this is a pretty decent pickup if you don't have another 5.7 to be able to put into the lineup. Also at the same time, there's a bunch of other nice things about it as well. You know, you can replace the Bearcat, for example, or the Mauler or the AD if you want that premium bonus. It also has really good SL on it and really good RP rewards as well. This to me is a very good pickup if you're looking to grind through the American Air. The P-51D10 is a lot weaker than the P-47M1RE, and it makes sense because the BR is a lot lower. This thing is one of the earlier P-51s in the game. It has the V1657 Packard engine, which isn't the best, but isn't the worst. You can get 1 or 2 very good turns out of this thing at speed, and then after that you're a little bit of a brick, but most vehicles are like that. Has 650 cals, which is nice, 2,000 rounds of ammo, which is also nice, and at the same time does get the wonderful bomb drop of 2-1000s. So this pretty much guarantees a destruction on a target in ground forces, and at 4.3 you have some pretty interesting options, but the problem is as you can see in realistic, one of the problems is you have the 4.0 lineup, which is this, and then you have the 4.7 lineup, which is very limited if you only have the M4A176. So if you really want to use this thing, I suppose you run it at 5.3 and at that point there's much better options which are around the place. The actual rewards on this, since it's a rank 4 and so is the P47, it actually gets better SL rewards than the P47, which is kind of surprising. They have basically the same repair cost as well, so it can be incredibly good in a realistic to be able to get a bunch of SL and also RP towards a target. Rank 4, sorry, is also a very good rank, because it means that you can research the vast majority of the tech tree up until rank 6 when you start getting into some kind of crazy jets. So for me, I look at this vehicle and I think there are better options at its BR, whereas the P47M, it can be argued that it's one of the best planes at its BR. The D, I would personally prefer to take stuff like the BF-109s at this BR, the Spitfires and stuff like that, but at the same time it still has very high rewards. It has a really nice skin, and it's also useful in all game modes because of the fact that it has the bomb drop, which means that you can nuke a target and then play a dogfight role. So it also has an interesting skin for the marketplace, the Australian one, which is really nice. So there is also that too. So if I was going to pick one or the other, the P47's in a much nicer place. It's a much funner vehicle to play, but you shouldn't sleep on this one. This one also is pretty good in general. It's not as good at its BR bracket as the P47M is at its BR bracket. The Drone Age trophy is also out. They've just released it now, and it's got a ton of really pretty cool camos on it. There's 23 camos for ground vehicles, 13 for aircraft, 2 for naval, 2 for helis, and of course the coupon for the Drone Age decal. They also, in this update, added a few more collections to the decal stuff, so make sure to try and sort them out so you can get all the collections sorted. A lot of these camos just look really nice, so hopefully they can continue to make these beautiful ones and have a bit of fun with them. We had some changelogs straight after the update came out, which usually means some fixes for the update straight away. Obviously, we had the BR of the SU-25 changed. The updates 2.19.0.24 came out as well. And for aircraft, the automatic selection for the next suspended weaponry after full consumption of the selected one has been added. Selection of the next weapon will be done with a 1-second delay to avoid accidental firing during volley fire. So basically, before, what happened is if you had completely thrown off all of your ordnance, it wouldn't quick switch to another piece of ordnance. Now it will. So it should be pretty simple. The Kafir C2-7, the Nesha, the Mirage F5F, the Mirage F1C and CT, and Mirage 2000, the instability of the directional damper has been fixed as well. So there you go. Generally, the problem, there's a few problems right now in air. First of all, it seems like maximum overload isn't actually affecting pilots all the time, so that is kind of game breaking, so hopefully that gets fixed. And also with some of the suspended weaponry jettisoning, for example on the F4U-7, what you can do is you can jettison the rocket pods, but it doesn't jettison the rockets inside. So you can remove the excess weight and then still use it, so that kind of needs fixed. For ground vehicles, the VRCC, the turret armor scheme has been clarified. The material of the turret armor has been changed from aluminium to high hardness steel, and the thickness has been changed from 20 to 15. The M3GMC, a bug which caused the unit not to apply transmission changes specified in the changelog of the Drone Age update, has been fixed, and all the challenges plus the Vickers Mark 7, the order of ammo rack consumption has been clarified as well, so fixed basically. For naval, a bug has been fixed where a target lock might be disabled by objects in the line of sight or by moving the camera to the side. For EC and heli PvE, the situation where Team B bombers would stop respawning in a number of situations has been fixed, and in heli PvE, the ground forces of Team A now always counterattack if they manage to win ground battle in which Team B was the attacker. They also had another change which was fixed a number of bugs that caused the game to crash on Linux, which is good. By the way, whatever they've done to AA when it comes to the AI stuff, they're a bit out of control right now, so it would be nice if that was fixed at some point. We'll have to see. There was also another update. This came out yesterday, and they fixed a few things once again. So for aircraft, for the Mi-24A and the MiG-23BN, the EFS system was added to the modification menu. For the Tiger Hap and HAD, the missile in the launch containers had been changed from SNAP 26s to SNAP 23, so I had the wrong ones. And then the A4E early, a bug that caused the 6 500-pound bombs and Zuni Mark 32s blocks to go through the bombs and the suspended weaponry sets has been fixed, which is good. The Setsu in Naval, there was a bug that caused the ship to move with an offset. That's been fixed. Locations, the model of rocks on URQ graphics have been fixed in Tunisia, so I'm guessing there was a problem there. And once again, EC and Heli PvE, the AAA settings for convoys, templates for aircraft EC, and Heli PvE have been separated by game mode. Other templates already have this setting been separated. Yeah, well, they're still doing a massive amount of damage to a lot of stuff, and also the anti-aircraft accuracy for aircraft and helicopter game modes has been adjusted based on the feedback received from players. Hopefully it's been reduced, because it has been absolute hell over the last few days. And also, they have increased the spawn points of the attack UAVs from 550 to 750. We'll have to see how that affects the meta and what is going on at top tier right now. I've just been grinding out the low tier stuff, just relaxing, but I'll get back into top tier as soon as I want to, and we'll see what's going on. As always, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. I'd just like to thank Nicholas Richardson, Elove Goat, Pyman675, Winter Scientist, Merciless Reaper, Jerry Prevolt, Megadino King, Orange Tail, Teddy, John Ryman, Universe, Ambrosius McClellan, Daniel Stanton, Moxie, B. Young, Uncle Bean, Sem Arslan, Derek R., Bareen, Lafouche, and Samuel Slick for supporting the channel.